Welcome back to the last video, actually, of the Algebra 2 Honors 25-26 Midterm Review video series. We're going to handle the last, 9 questions today, 41 through 49. We finished through question number 40 in the last video. Today, we are going to be heavily utilizing Desmos, and at the very end, I'm going to show you how to do imaginary number things on a graphing calculator, since you will have graphing calculator technology when you take your midterm. Okay, 2 friends, Braden and Jared, are flying drones in a park. They launch their drones at the same time from the same location. The path of Braden's drone can be modeled by this function, and Jared's drone is modeled by this function. It says b of x and j of x, so the y values here, represent the drone's distance from the launch point, and x is time. It says they meet blank feet from their operators. Now, she goofed, and the answer is here, but I'm going to show you how to use Desmos to get these answers. Boink. So what you're going to do is you are going to type in the 2 equations. You don't even have to label them b of x and j of x if you don't want to. You can literally just do x squared. Let me open up the keyboard. X squared minus 3x plus 3. There is one of the 2 drones. Remember, the y value is the distance from the operator. The other drone is negative 9x plus 4. It says when they meet. That means when those graphs intersect. So if you click and click, you can see that they intersect at this time, this distance. So that distance would be about 2.54, but I think the directions say please round your answer to the nearest tenth. That is 2.5 seconds. So technically the answer is 2.5 seconds. Okay? We can go ahead and clear those off. Go back. 2.5, which you can see was the right answer, but that's how you use Desmos to get it. Speaking of Desmos, we're going to use it to tackle this question, and it's supposed to be a level 5 question. Not with Desmos, it's not. A developer determines that her company can model their revenue. I can read. Who said I can't? Revenue R from a given product in millions of dollars, given the unit price of the product X in dollars with this function. So R is how much money we're making, or bringing in, I should say, and X is the price of the object we're selling. She wants to know the price that she would need to sell her things for in order for her company to earn $9 million. So we want this R to be equal to 9 million. Now remember, this is in millions, so we actually just want it to be equal to 9. So we'll go to Desmos and we will type the equation that you see right there. Negative 0.2 x squared plus 2x, and we want to know when that hits x equals not x equals y equals 9. Oh, this is the money that her company earns, her revenue. And it looks like the maximum revenue the company can earn is $5 million, and that's if she prices the objects at $5 a piece. So $5 million is the most revenue this company is going to make. This company will never earn $9 million, no matter the price the product sells for. It maximizes at $5 million when they charge $5 for whatever it is they're selling. Next, number 43. Accidentally, again, has the freaking answer here, but who cares? Because we're just learning how to solve these things using Desmos, right? So we're going to type these 2 equations exactly the way they sit into Desmos. You don't need to get y by itself or anything. Desmos is great for that. Just type exactly what you see. The first one's 5x minus y equals 4. And the next one is negative 2x plus 6y equals 4. And you can see these 2 graphs cross each other at 1, 1. There it is. So even if the answer hadn't been right there, we got Desmos on our side, 1, 1. Next, type them exactly as you see them onto Desmos. Don't do anything special. Negative 4x plus 6y equals negative 2. And 2x minus 3y equals 0. because it says solve the system of equations. That means you're looking for where these two graphs intersect. And it looks to me like these two graphs are parallel, implying they will never intersect. So there are no solutions. Boop. How about a system of equations that are nonlinear? So a nonlinear system of equations, this is basically where we ended chapter 3 with. Just go to Desmos and type these two and see where these two U-shaped graphs cross each other, because that's what a solution is. And if you don't even have to type the y equals, but let's just do it. That way you don't have to think about what you're typing. Y equals x squared plus x plus 5. There's one of my quadratics, and the other one is y equals 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. Pinch and zoom if you need to. Click, you can see they intersect there and there. Negative 3 comma 11 and 1 comma 7. Blue feels good. Negative 3 comma 11 and 1 comma 7. There they are. Sheesh. Struggling, right? Ooh, my phone just made a noise. Next. Another level 5 question. It says, we'll see about that. An accountant determines that the daily cost to operate an airbag factory can be modeled by this function. So this is my cost function, where X is the number of airbags sold in hundreds of thousands. So if X was 1, that's 100,000. If X was 2, that's 200,000. She also determines that the factory's revenue can be modeled by this function. So this is a cost function, this is a revenue function. Revenue is money that comes in, where X is the number of airbags sold in hundreds of thousands again. It says to the nearest 100,000, what is the range of the number of airbags produced per day needed to ensure that the company makes a profit? Oh, makes a profit. So what does that mean? That's what makes this a level 5 question. What does profit mean? Profit means that cost is less than revenue. Or you could say revenue is greater than cost. It doesn't matter which one you say. I wrote this one, so that's the way I'll do it on Desmos. But our job is just to ensure that the cost is less than the revenue. That's it. So we're going to type this cost function. We'll do it in green because money is green. I'm writing the setup that I'm going to put on Desmos. There's cost. Here's less than. And here's revenue. And I'm going to type that entire statement into Desmos, and I'm just going to look at what it shades. Ta-da. See what we get here. 3x squared minus 10x plus 200 is less than negative 2x squared plus 100x, oh, we got some shading, plus 50. So our company needs to operate in the black shaded zone. And it says to the nearest 100,000. If you round this to the quote-unquote nearest 100,000, it does round down to 100,000. But you can see at 100,000, your company's losing money because it's not shaded. That means cost is greater than revenue. And over here, you can see it goes up to 20.5. But if you round to the nearest 100,000, this would be 2,100,000? Yeah, I'm saying that right. But the problem is at 21, once again, you're operating in the loss. So we have to use this whole number 2, this whole number 20. So from 2 to 20, and it actually, this answer choice is technically wrong because 2, if you look back at the picture, 2 is in the shaded zone, so it's a hard bracket. And 20 is in the shaded zone, so it is a hard bracket. If you want to use the dotted lines, which would be parentheses, you would have to do 1.46 to 20.54, but it says to the nearest 100,000, so that doesn't make any sense. So the answer actually is from 2 to 20, but it's not in parentheses. It's technically in brackets because 2 is within the shaded zone and 20 is within the shaded zone. But that's it. And we're done for Desmos for the day as well. Flip them. And this is where you're going to utilize my graphing calculators. So you'll go grab one of these red bad boys. You'll turn it on with this button on the bottom left right here. On. There we go. Sorry, pause the video for a quick second in case there was a jump in continuity here. Anyway, what we're going to do now is realize that we are working with imaginary numbers. So we need this calculator to handle the I for us. Luckily, it's got an I right there above the decimal point. And that is written on this calculator in blue. I know the color is kind of hard to see in the video, but that is blue. That's green. This is blue, which means if you want this key to give you the I, you have to hit the blue button first. So I'm just going to type exactly what I see here. Parenthesis, 4 minus 2. And in order to get the I hit second, decimal, close it, new parentheses, 1 minus 2 second decimal, close it, and I hit enter, and it gives me my answer as negative 10i. We don't even need to know how to do this. Would I like you to know how to do it? Yes, but I'd like you more to get a 100 on this thing to get a boosted grade. If this is how they want you to do it with technology, then shoot, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Number 48, clear. This calculator will do the stacked fraction for you. You see right there above the variables, that green button or that green thing right there next to my pinky, that's a box over a box. That's stacked fraction. In order to make the green thing work, you hit the green button. So alpha, and then the variables button, stacked fraction. And up there, you're going to type 6 minus 8i, 6 minus 8 second decimal point over 2 second decimal point. And you're going to hit equals, well, the enter key, excuse me, on the bottom right, negative 4 minus 3i, b. Again, I wish you knew how to do it by hand, but whatever. Just get them right when it's midterm time so you can get a nice grade boost. And lastly, this is considered a level 5 question. Not if you've got technology doing it for you, it's not. But again, stacked fraction. So that's alpha, variable, 3 plus second decimal point over 7 minus second decimal point equals, which is the enter key. 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5i. I'll tell you, the calculator has it right. The answer choice is equivalent to A, but technically A's answer is not written in standard form because that I should have been written next to the fraction. But, I mean, I guess that's just splitting hairs at that point. That is the entire review though. So we ended this video set with a nice easy set of questions. The hardest thing for you to do in this set was know how to use this calculator for I. Second on turns it off, by the way. And know that profit means cost is greater than, nope, cost is less than revenue. That was it. Everything else was a joke. All right, nerds, I appreciate you. And I hope that it wasn't too tedious. Deuces.